Hey spicy fans, welcome back to my kitchen. If this is your first time, you are welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. It is Lekonglo on the menu today. Lekonglo is one cool delicacy that I love so much. I call it Lekonglo in my language, but some people call it Aprapransa. Some call it red banku, some call it red food, some call it Lekonglo. Is just a one-pot dish, a real delicacy. I am going to start right away. These are all my ingredients I need for it. Details of these ingredients are in the description. I am starting with blending of ginger and onion and some peppers. I'm doing so. Because I'll be adding tomatoes to it, I am adding Plum tomato juice. I am using it to blend my ginger and the pepper. Our blended ingredients, and I am just going to start right away by making a very simple little tomato gravy type of sauce, and I'm using palm oil. What I normally do for my palm oil when I am cooking with it, I try to fry it a little bit with a bit of salt fish, and this salt fish is fermented and is very strong in aroma. You see, it's just a little I'm using. That makes the oil very aromatic. And also with some onions. Put the fish back and put the onion in it. That spices my oil for me. The ingredients I blended, I'm putting it a little bit. Very spicy though. I'm adding a little bit of tomato puree for that taste of it. Just a bit. I don't want to add any more tomatoes. And this is, I made shrimps. Here is it. Dried smoked shrimps and herring fish, smoked herring, very dry. I blended some. Here is it, one, and then the second one. I made some into powder. Here is it. I'm adding to it. This is a quickie one. And a bit of crayfish seasoning. And of course, some green pepper. Just pop it, leave it in it. Pop it, leave it in it. Bring down the heat. Get inside. Get inside. I want a little bit of onions in this for more crunch. Yeah, my tomato sauce is done. I know I'll need a bit of salt in there, but I don't want to put in salt, so I'm taking oxtail seasoning instead, and there's an amount of salt in that. That's it. My sauce is ready. I'll keep it outside for use later. I'll show you what I'll do with it. I'm starting doing the Lekonglo now, and this is herring fish. It's a bit tough, so I washed it nicely and I soaked it in water for it to just soften a little bit. I'm putting that in. I soaked it in water and I'm still using the juice of the water. And these are my smoked shrimps. I'm putting them inside as well. I have removed the heads of the smoked shrimps this time. I didn't throw them away. I will use that for another thing, but I removed the heads because this is a one pot dish, and when it is in it with the long piercing things or around the mouth, there are some kids going to eat this food as well. I don't want it to go into them. And I am chopping in an oxtail season, just because of the aroma and the salty nature of it. I don't want to put salt directly in my food, so any spice that has salt in it, I just use it. I am adding some water, not necessarily hot or boiling, just a bit of water. And as it prepares to boil, I am adding in my palm paste. I have used this to make palm nut soup before. You referred to my video of palm nut soup, but today I am using it in a little bit different way. Ooh, that is all palm oil. Look at that. That's a lot of palm oil in the palm paste. Wow, the palm oil came to sit at the top. I am scooping in my palm paste. Today I'm not using the whole one like I did the last time. I'm just using about half of it. This is the base for the Lekonglo. You can also use stew. Sometimes we make stew, tomato sauce type of stew, and then you pour water in it and then you continue cooking. You can also use the palm paste, which most people use anyway, and you cook it. Make sure you cook it till it cooks very well. Let's check on our palm soup. It's boiling now, so I'm ready to put in my blended ginger, pepper and onion. I need a little bit of tomatoes here, but I used it to blend my ingredients, so I am not going to put in extra tomatoes. I don't want to waste anything, so I am pouring water. Don't be in a hurry to put in everything now. Just make sure the palm soup is cooked well, and when it's ready, you will see that the foams on top will reduce and you'll have a lot of oil visible that is where you know that the palm nut soup is getting ready, and then you can add any other thing you want. So I am still waiting for it to boil. At this stage, I am going to go ahead to add some crayfish season, some oxtail season. My little sister watched me pour season into food one day, and she said, "Sister, would you pour all inside?" And I said, "No, I know the amount of." So Ivy, I am using a spoon to measure for you. 1 teaspoon. Are you happy? Stir. You remember my fermented fish, my momoni, is definitely going in here. I'm putting this momoni, it will go in there and melt and make the food very nice. And I am pepper for the aroma. This is when I add my beans. This is black eye beans. I cooked it. I'm not sure. I want all. And my favorite ingredient, these are crabs. I'm putting in crabs. I washed them nicely, removed whatever has to be removed, and I cut them into 2. Lots and lots. I'm covering, and then I'm waiting for it to boil nicely. I'm covering halfway so that it doesn't boil over. Boiling nicely. I want to give it a good stir a bit and let everything go in there. And I want to add a little bit of, I want to add some onions just before the next stage. I am cooking the crabs so that it cooks perfectly well, and then I take them out. Crabs don't take long to cook, especially when you see the extremities of the crabs turning orange. You know they are ready for eating. So I'm taking them out. Now you remember the stew tomato sauce we made earlier? This is when I bring it back, and I am removing my crabs and I am putting them inside the tomato sauce. You can do lekonglo without crabs, but it will not be the signature dish. You can have crabs or massive prawns, and it will be the signature lekonglo or Aprapransa. Smells so nice. I can already smell the whole food, the whole meal. Make sure you take out every piece of crab, not crab. Wallow it in the sauce. Take your time and turn it well so that the sauce goes into each corner of the crabs. I'm going to turn it later. Turn everything nicely. This is my ewoze. I have lots of ewoze in this house. Some ewoz are brownish, some are whitish, some are yellowish. This is Tom Brown. It is roasted corn flour. It has peanuts and beans also roasted. You can also do it this way without the peanuts and the beans, but when you use it for this meal, it's going to be seriously hard when it cools down. And when you have all this nice ingredients, it is tastes better and it tastes spicy fafa. Before I put in my ewo, I want to flake in some smoked mackerel fish for extra taste. I put the mackerel fish last before the powder because it is soft meat. It is soft fish. So now look at our palm oil, which is ready and done and smelling nice. You can stir with this, or you better use a proper wooden spatula. So our soup is now ready for the flour to go inside. And at this stage, this is when you taste it and see if everything is correct for you. Salt level, spices level, seasoning level, pepper level, whatever. And if you think your soup is too much for the quantity of food you want, take some out. Take some into a bowl. I am okay with my quantity of soup, so I'm not taking. But you will not have any soup to pour in it if it is too hard. So you have to be putting the powder in it gently and slowly, and then be studying it to see how hard it is becoming. Don't let it be hard at the beginning. Cook it very soft, and then as you scoop it down, it's going to be continuing hardening. Be mindful of that. It can be lumpy, so as you are pouring, you are stirring. When you do the powder, when you do this meal without peanuts and beans, it will not need too much of the flour because it doesn't get very hard. But the only maize one can be really hard. Please do a little bit more. Do it towards yourself, please. Gently. Oh, that smells so nice. Some people make this food without the visible fishes inside. They blend everything into powder before they pour it, like the prawns and the herrings. They powder it and then use it. It's also very nice. It tastes very nice, especially when very little kids are taking it. But if we, the big ones, are eating that, we want to be chewing and nubbing on things. I think we need a little bit more because it has beans in it. It will be, yeah. And when you don't have peanuts, I think at this stage you should be getting ready to stop adding some more flour. Don't worry if the fish, the latter fish gets squashed. It doesn't matter. It adds to the food. This is so good. I think we are alright with our powder now. Yeah. Thanks, dear. My Lekonglo is ready now for dishing. And I am not going to mold it like the way I molded banku and fufu in my video. This one has another type of molding. Lekonglo. The reason people call it Aprapransa is that Aprapransa means pra wonsa in one of my languages. It means sweep your hands, just clean your hands. This kind of food, if you are eating it, you will not have time to wash your hands. Just as you are passing by, you take a little bite, just sweep your hands and go. You come back, you take another one. People like Aprapransa so much, just like me. I have some godparents in Germany who came to my country for their wedding anniversary, and guess what they ordered for their cake? This! We made it nicely for them, molded it nicely, and that is what they served as the cake. And it was fun. And it's so nice when traditionally they serve it in leaves like this. Oh my God. And especially the street foods, they serve it in leaves like that. So here is our Aprapransa. And where are the peppers? Some chili peppers. Here you are, pepper, come here. Pepper will be at the top here. Garnish with some green peppers. And that sauce needs to be on top of each of them. See, so that you don't just eat dry Aprapransa. Dry Lekonglo. This meal, oh my God! Aprapransa, Lekonglo, red bank, red mash, Spicyfafa way. Done! Ta-da!